Hi, this is Alan Handelsman. The last recording I did for ORI, we talked about taking the next step, clearing the path to your path to enlightenment or spiritual progress or whatever you view your path leading to. And here in the woods to show you that maybe we're not out of the woods yet, but we'll do the best we can. This time, I mentioned that you can have everything you wish for in 20 minutes. So we're going to do that. A major piece of that puzzle is what I call the arm game. And since I'm not in a position to play the game with anybody in the group, I will show you a video of me playing that game a few years ago, several years ago. Most of my hairs were a different color, but you may enjoy the video and then we'll talk about it. The arm game has to do with the nature of control, fighting, and power. And you'll see how it plays out, and we'll talk a little bit more about it and how it relates to our subject of the evening. So here we go. Enjoy. The video that I'm going to show you is not as great a quality as this video that you're watching. It's a little bit old and a little bit blurred, and the sound isn't the greatest, but you'll get the point. So I hope you enjoy it. Thanks.
Put your arms up like this. Now, I didn't tell you that before you get to hit me, I get to hit you. Oh. My part of the game is to hit you on the arms and knock you over. Okay? Your job is to keep your balance. Feet together. I need all the help I can get. Ready?
Okay.
Here we go. You get another shot at it. Ready?
All
right,
shoot.
now, come. Hi.
Now you get to do it to him.
That's right. You get to do it to me. Only on the hands.
No fingers up.
My feet are together.
Oh. You're bending your elbows. I see what
No,
I did
not.
wrong. You're letting your arms be real relaxed and you're growing your roots.
I haven't been here that long. When I was hitting Julia, who had control? When Julia was hitting me, who had control?
You did.
I like this game. Now, Julia said I bent my arms and I grew roots, and I don't want to even talk about what else you said I did. What did I really do to maintain control when Julie was hitting me?
Accepted.
Yeah, too hard to spell. I never know whether it's an A or an E at the end. Something simpler. One word begins with N. Nothing. And I'll bet that most of us have never been told that sometimes doing nothing is a solution to a problem. It's always how much harder do you have to work?
Oh, wow.
Doing nothing. Let's see if Julia has learned.
Okay. Do nothing.
Let go.
Do nothing.
Put your arms a little further forward. If they're too far back, then let go from here.
Okay.
You're going to get hit.
Okay.
So what? That's better.
Yeah.
More. Let it be further forward. It doesn't matter. Because if you start here, there's no place for me to go. Let go. Okay. So what? Doesn't matter. Because now the hitting won't have an effect on you. Good. Good job. So we're all taken in. We're all seduced by the feeling of control. But when you feel like you have control, chances are you don't. You're going to be off balance. When you feel like, uh-oh, what's going to happen? And that's the way Julia felt the first time, after we explained it, chances are you're more flexible. And you have more options. And notice that before, when I hit her the first couple of times and she went over, she was pretty stressed. But the last time, she was looking forward to it. Because the very same event that caused her stress before is now simply a reminder that she has her power back. And that's ending the fight. I work, when I'm not here, I work as a hypnotherapist, and I help people to end the inner conflict. Because that's what causes the problem. See, the problems in our lives are not caused by the people, the events, the situations, the emotions, but caused by our resistance to all those things. And once you stop resisting, you get your power back.
Okay, acceptance and resistance. The more you accept, the more power you have. And the nice thing is, the humorous thing is that the more you accept, the greater power you have, and the easier it is to change things. So again, by thinking that it's the emotions, the people, the energy, whatever, if you stop resisting, that you get your power back. That's the whole basis of the arm game. It's and it's the basis of everything that I do. I encourage you to play this game with friends and family and whoever. You don't have to trick them. You don't have to. I say you could win a lot of bar bets with the arm game because everybody, virtually everybody, resists. I don't claim 100% in a lot of things. This is about as close as you can get. Most people will make their hands very, very tense and strong, and they get knocked over. The stronger they are, the more they get knocked over, because it's the resistance itself that causes the problem. So let me show you. So play the game, and you can make pretend you don't know, and you can make your arms hard and try to win with strength, or then you can loosen up your hands, loosen up your arms, and notice that you get your power back, and have the other person do the same thing, so that you can get the feeling more than just watching it. When you get the feeling, you'll understand it a lot more. Now I'd like to show you the home version of the arm game. What I'd like you to do is grab a pen or pencil, and if you push the pause button on your computer or phone and stop the video, I will wait as long as it takes for you to come back with a pen or a pencil. So what took you so long? I've been here for 2 hours already. Thanks for coming back. And take the pencil and hold it halfway, about halfway. And you've played this game where you go back and forth and let it wiggle. And it shows that we've all been waiting on the phone on hold, waiting to take notes. Now, as you were doing that, I assume that you have been, as you were doing that, you didn't really have control of that pencil, because if somebody were there, if I were there, I could come and just knock it out of your hands. So take that pencil the same way, and now press real hard so you really have control over that. And now, if you try to play the game, you can't. So when you have the feeling of control, you say, now I got it, chances are you've limited your options. But if you have a slight feeling of uh-oh, and our wonderful volunteer, when we did that demonstration, Julia, and I thank you, Julia, for doing that, when the first time that she learned that she didn't have to be real strong, it probably was a little scary, because we don't know exactly what's going to happen if we let go, because usually we don't. But notice, if you hold strong and then let go, it actually feels pretty good after you know that you have your power back. So that's a way of getting the feeling right away with a pen or a pencil. So thank you for that. And we want to be in control through flexibility. We want to embrace and accept the experience as it's happening, our lives as it's happening, and that's how we get more control and more power. So, and the more we do that, the more we acknowledge ourselves, our emotions, our thoughts and beliefs, the easier it is to change them, have power with them, maybe not over them, but with them, and we can experience the emotions, the energy, our thoughts, beliefs, and our bodies differently. And I think that's why we're all here watching these videos. So, what does this have to do with getting what you wish for? And that's an excellent question. Here's the deal. Every time you wish something was different, or somebody was different, or a situation was different, your arms are hard. Or if you think of the pencil, your fingers are tight, and there's no way, you have no motion available. So when you wish that something was different, you give your power away. So the best way to get everything you wish for is to stop wishing. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't want things or desire things, but the difference is a want or a desire is, boy, it would be cool if, that would be nice if he were different, if I didn't get upset, if I were healthier. It would be cool if I could experience this thing differently. A wish is, I won't be happy until he learns his lesson, or I won't be happy until I stop doing this thing that I'm doing. That's a wish. And acceptance is the first step. It's not what you get after you get your wish. It's a good way to start and then begin to enjoy what you want. So stop wishing, stop waiting for everything to be perfect. Stop waiting for you to be perfect before you can accept yourself. So just as you can accept emotions or thoughts and beliefs and other people, the more you accept yourself right now, that's when you begin to get your power back. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Now, another way of showing you the power of acceptance. I want you to take that pen or pencil again, and if you have to put me on pause again, that's okay. And take that pencil and let this represent everything in your life that you don't like, everything about yourself, the emotions you don't want, the thoughts that you're tired of thinking, whatever it is that you're trying to heal. And hold that pencil. I'm not going to do it because I'll lose it, but hold the pencil as far away from you as possible. Straighten out your elbow and hold it out. Maybe I can do it. And hold it out way in front of you, as far as you, as long as your arm is. And from here, notice that if you try to throw this pencil without bringing any part of it any closer, and if you move your fingers, either the top of the pencil or the bottom of the pencil is going to come towards you, and you don't want that. So this is how we live our lives. We resist what we don't like about others, mostly about ourselves. And from here, how far can you throw it? And you'll notice that you can't. You're stuck. And maybe you could drop it so that the next step you take, you trip over it. But that's about it. You're pretty well stuck, and your arm is still out there, and you're still resisting, and your arm is getting very tired. And how do I know that? Because my arm is getting tired. So that's the way we live our lives, and that's why we get tired a lot, and why nothing much happens, why we get stuck a lot. So take that pencil and put it at your heart. And from here, how far can you throw it? And you may notice that you can throw it as far as you need to in any direction. So this is control. And this is acceptance. And once you accept it, once you say, this is mine, and keep it with you, then you have more choices about what to do with it. Some things you may find you want to keep. Other things you may want to throw as far away from you as you can, and that's okay. So it doesn't mean that not wishing means that you don't want anymore and you don't desire more, and you're happy with everything the way that it is. But you got to be happy to some degree with yourself, at least accept it. Okay, now let's do another technique that you can do every day if you want to allow more acceptance in your life, to let your arms be loose. Now, there's two ways. The first way is pretty quick. And I'm going to ask you, if you want to, you can close your eyes. I promise I won't do anything, and I won't make funny faces at you if you close your eyes. And you can imagine, as you have your eyes closed, and I'm closing mine because it's easier to do. It's not impossible to do it the other way, but it helps. And if you want your arms to be loose, imagine that you have like tightening screws at your shoulders and loosen them. You can do one at a time. You can loosen the left and then the right, or you can loosen them both at once. And then you may notice that your arms can move more easily. And that's just a metaphor. You could do that when you play the arm game with friends and family and all of that. Check it out. So that's one way to do it. Just loosen up, and you can turn the adjustment screws, the loosening or tightening screws at every joint in your body, so that your whole body goes loose. Think of a marionette that's too tight and arms can't bend and legs can't bend, and you loosen it up, and then you get that flexibility. Now, here's one that I like a lot. Close your eyes and imagine that you're getting hit with stuff the same way I hit Julia with my hands. You get hit with problems, schedules, emotions, other people behaving badly or in a way that you don't want. And think of it all as being hit and getting hit. And notice that it hurts to get hit. No question. But what I'd like you to do is imagine that you turn into Casper the Friendly Ghost. Maybe you remember the cartoon. If you don't, there was a cartoon character named Casper the Friendly Ghost. You can probably Google him and look at many, many cartoons. And let yourself become invisible or visible just to you. And notice now when somebody goes to stick their hand, instead of hitting, now it goes right through. I once asked a police officer what happens if somebody gets shot wearing a bulletproof vest. It was a very interesting answer. He said, you get hurt. You get hurt bad. The bulletproof vest will save your life, but you're going to be hurting. So to me, the best protection against the bullets of life, if you will, is to become Casper the Friendly Ghost, and the bullet goes right through. So imagine now that whatever you see other people doing, whatever you feel, whatever you hear them saying, whatever you hear yourself saying, even if you're saying, I know I'm not good enough, or I know I can't do this, that goes right through. It doesn't stick. It doesn't stick as truth. It goes right through. Other people's actions, if they don't hurt you, it frees them up to do more of what they're going to do anyway. And it frees you up to do more of what you want to do, no matter how they are. And that's magnificent amount of power. So I encourage you to play around with Casper the Friendly Ghost, play the arm game with friends and family and whenever you can, and do it safely. I guess you need long arms to do it from 6 feet away, but do the best you can. And maybe you can do it while you're holding your breath. But at any rate, get the feeling of what it's like to let go of your arms, to let go of your molecules, so that whatever the slings and arrows of life are, they begin to go right through. And once you stop wishing, you'll get more of what you really, really want. Thank you very much. This is Alan Handelsman. If you have any questions about any of this, I welcome phone calls or texts. I see teenagers texting all the time. So every time I get a text, I feel about 48 years younger. So now you know a little bit about how old I am. So you can call, text, go to my website, mbshypnotherapy.com. MBS Hypno works, I believe, or Source Hypnosis works because that's what's on the old video. And I wish you the best. Thank you.